Welcome back to a new episode of $1,000 Car Guy. Currently we're under a 57 Bel Air wagon, but that's not the point of this episode. As you guys, I'm sure, went over and checked out Leon's Garage Adventures.
The link is over there.
So as you guys, I'm sure, have seen by now, Leon went ahead and welded up the hot side of this turbo system. So we got the two exhaust manifolds to some V-band clamps, and then they run into this collector, and then the other one runs down underneath the radiator piping. And up here, so both sides go into this collector. Don't worry about those zip ties. And then there's our turbo. Basically, we're waiting on me right now. I need to order a bunch of gaskets and stuff because my kits didn't come with any for the gasket for here. And I need new gaskets for the exhaust manifolds, both sides, and I need new bolts for both sides because they all get all weak from the heat cycles that the engine gives off. And basically, we just want to get new bolts, new hardware for everything because, well, we want it to go together and come apart correctly. So today, we're going to be buttoning up a couple other things. I've had this cover off for, months now. So Corey was nice enough to donate to us a brand new fuel pump. Did we know what size this is?
It's about that big.
It's a 350 or a 450?
Probably a 350 would be a pretty common pump.
Piece of paper. Ooh, piece of candy.
Shows you how to wire it up.
Anyway, so we got this pump that we're going to install. That gives Leon another pump that we know will power an LS item. So if he's just going to throw it in and make something run without turbocharging, he should be good to go. We're also going to spend some time today and look through Leon's, 30 plus excess turbo builds and see if we can find some oil lines and oil return line to use for this turbo. Stay tuned.
Well, I found two fittings. Found a couple of fittings. One of them for the feed, and then the other one for the other side of the feed. Remember when we drilled and tapped that plate on the side? Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to do with this one. And then we just need to put a line between this and that.
Nice.
You can put a link.
Oh, for where to buy it?
Wants to see it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. I just have an extra one, so I don't need to buy it.
Sweet.
Yep, one line there, and then we need a little plate that holds a dash 10. And then I think we're going to weld a dash 10 on the front cover.
I think that's the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, then we only have to take the front of the motor apart.
I should have paid closer attention when I was taking it apart.
Oh boy. Like that?
Yep.
Cool, look at you.
Look what I did.
Look what you did. Look what you made me do.
I'm sure it's fine.
Alright, never runs again.
The fun part, we get to put this original cover back on, finally.
I threw it out.
No, you didn't. It's right over there.
Oh man, that's good.
So thanks to Corey, who's doing the filming right now, we got a whole bunch of parts again, and essentially we got another 3-inch clamp so that we should be able to do the exhaust side of the turbo. And this big exhaust was donated by Jordan off of one of his trucks.
Yes.
And we're basically going to hack that up to make an exhaust for the Miata Kart.
Wait, and we got that stuff too.
Oh, and if you follow me over here,
I don't want to get up.
you don't have to. This has got 32 times optical zoom.
Yeah, you can see the moon pretty easy with that.
I'm lazy.
So Leon's got all these nice U-bends and 90s so that we can basically make whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm down.
Ah! A little lower. A little higher. Uh-oh.
Here we go.
So good. I'm a Scatman Fireball. Then DJ Khaled. That's a nice song. Mind if I yell my name over it? Everybody,
Just said right here.
everybody likey. Oh, a bit of a gap.
Done.
That's perfect.
No, I was serious, but you ran away, so.
Alright,
Alright,
done.
done.
Listen.
I don't need you anymore.
You're not in a prime position. I have a saw and I know how to use it.
Was something just on fire for a little bit there?
Probably.
Man, that is heavy.
Let me get some brake clean.
Yes. Yes. Yo. I was looking right at it. Yes.
Done.
Let's,
Scooby Nation.
you won't.
Why wouldn't I?
It's choo choo.
Huh?
I love
It's
it.
basically high enough so that it's not going to interfere with me.
And then.
And then,
Yeah.
no, better yet,
And,
hot air balloon.
and then.
So with Leon's help, we got a new set of exhaust manifold gaskets, and exhaust manifold bolts. So we're going to go ahead and pull off all the plumbing that's been done so far so we can get in and install these new gaskets. Once that's done, we're going to be able to figure out where the final placement of the two exhaust manifold V-bands are, and then finally weld them up so that the whole hot side is done for good.
Look at that. That was pretty professional.
The coil pack assembly is just zip tied in place. This is the easy side. You think we'll ever change how these coil packs are set up?
No.
Okay. I thought you wanted to show off your gasket.
Oh, I do. Look at my thick gasket. Look how thick it is.
Why don't you tell them why you need a thick gasket? Maybe show them what you're doing so that they can get a little sneak peek.
So we're giving you a little sneaky peek on my channel. Boom! Got a head gasket. And a blown up motor. It's no longer going to be blown up because we've got a head gasket. And a head. And an whoa! And an Andrew. Hey Andrew. Andrew's always super excited when I show up unannounced.
I'm trying to Ant-Man this Thanos.
Wow. Sounds pretty.
So that went pretty well. Next it's time to throw the whole turbo hot side piping back on. All the piping is back in place, so now Leon can weld in that V-band and that V-band, and we're done.
Yeah, should we start it up? See if it sounds different?
I'd like to.
Alright. Well, if that's what you want to do, then that's what we'll do, buddy. It's kind of what I want to do, too.
After you guys had such success with the 4G yesterday, it's nice to hear this thing run again.
Much success, yes.
Well, this is also the first time with the new fuel pump,
Oh, is it?
so hopefully that works.
Oh, I bet it'll probably run better.
All right, first fire.
I never realized how much the car moves when you do that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I saw when you did it the first time. I was like, holy crap. Well, that's a good sign. Well, I hope everyone enjoyed episode 12. Episode 13 is coming up soon. It's going to be more about finishing up the turbo system, the oil drain lines, the feed line, things like that. So stay tuned. We'll see you then.
Bye, folks.
Bye. Y'all come back now, yeah?
You heard?